Today on People with Passion for Pets, we talk to Jennifer Hatton. Jennifer is a master photographer who has combined her expertise in photography with her love for animals. Jennifer created a portrait studio especially designed for pet photography. So, hi, Jen. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for taking the time. So, Jen, you do pet portraits, you specialize in them. So,
That's our
what
world.
that's your world. What's so unique about a pet portrait studio compared to a regular photographer?
So we expect the unexpected and we expect the normal pet things to happen in the studio. And we really like to cater each session to the pet and the parent and their relationship together and what's meaningful to them, what's important to them, things they enjoy doing together. I had a lady once and she wanted to bring certain items from a previous dog that had passed and wanted that dog to be there because she just didn't do it before. So do portraits before. She always wanted to. So I always want to help them.
And I like that because so I hadn't thought of that. I mean, when you said consultation, in my mind, I immediately thought of, oh yeah, you're going to tell, bring the treats or make sure, you get the dog groomed. But I love that you're saying that you actually get to know the dog and the owner and what's unique. Did you ever have people that like to dress alike?
Oh my goodness, yes, I love that. I mean, it's fabulous.
Yes.
I like all the little quirky things, and I love most of my pet parents, they're totally involved in this session and, they're fun and quirky and they really, put in the extra effort that I love that comes out in the portraits.
So when the session starts, tell us a little bit about that. So I would be, Heidi always misbehaves everywhere I take her. So I can never get her sit still for any picture. So, I'd be a nervous wreck coming in going, what is she going to do?
How is she going to embarrass it now?
Not to worry. We do naughty and nice dogs. So the session will come in, the pet parents will bring the dogs into the studio and then we shut the door and we get the dogs off the lead and they get to run around and sniff and get the lay of the land and do their thing. And when they're done, we kind of know it, they've settled down. They might have nestled back in near where mom is because they're finished exploring. And then that's our cue to get started.
That's a great idea to get the anxiety out of the dog. Let them smell the dog that was there and say, okay, I'm comfortable with everything. Now what? That's a very good idea.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but that makes a lot of sense because when you bring a dog into an unknown room that would have those scents, you wouldn't be able to keep that dog focused on anything, right?
So like the vet's
what a good
office,
idea.
Right. That's a good idea.
Do you ask people to bring like treats or something?
Well, that's the beauty of our studios. Oh yeah, they'll bring treats. And if the dog is, a little more problematic, meaning anxiety, I might have them bring their pet bed and pet toys. Yeah. So the dog sees their things there and they're suddenly a little bit more at ease. Or maybe their favorite treat that they only get, a few times a year when they're really, really nice.
Yeah, you're a little bit of a dog trainer, I can see.
Well, it's funny because I always tell my pet parents, your dog is getting training in while you're here. Yeah. And the pet parent is the one that is doing that training. It's not me. They're the ones reaffirming the dog, giving the dog cues and praising the dog. So it is a little mini session and photography session all in one.
That's really cool.
So I have to ask then, how do you get the naughty dogs to behave? I mean, is there like a super trick or something that, the very energetic ones, or, just a dog that doesn't want to participate?
Well, they usually do want to participate, but the ones that won't sit on their own, or we might have to corral a little bit more, call that Plan B. And it's really simple, but most people don't see it beforehand, but that's in the information tab.
Okay.
So let me go
And
there.
we always, oh, there's my girl Belle.
Oh, wait, I want to see. So this is Belle, your dog.
Yes.
So cute.
Our little mascot. She was a Canadian snowbird and now she's Phoenician. So right here is the little trick when we need Plan B. We always keep the pet parent near the doggy for moral support. So they're always close by. But if you move that slider back and forth.
Oh, look at that.
Ta-da!
So if you go all the way back to the other end, you'll see both pet parents are there for moral support. And then we Photoshop that lead out and nobody knows the difference.
That's
gorgeous.
really cool. It's perfect. That is really, really good.
Plan B.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you have some really cool pictures. This is your website, Hatton Pet Studio, but you do have some beautiful shots of all kinds of different dogs and poses. But it's not just dogs; it's other animals too, right? I saw a cat. Any unusual pets?
Oh, well, I loved when I had my dancing pig in here.
Okay, you know I'm going to ask you about that one.
A dancing pig and 3 chihuahuas. It was so much fun. I've had a bulldog with a parakeet. And then most recent, we had a hedgehog.
Oh.
And that was so much fun. Those clients of mine were not first time in the studio because the first time they came in, they had 5 dogs and they left the hedgehog at home. And then we got to have an entire session all about the hedgehog. So we really got to be creative with things that she brought in from home.
So you're just coming out of your busy Christmas area sessions, I'm sure.
Yes, Santa Claus has flown back to the North Pole, and it's funny. I think we're going to do Christmas in July this year, considering 2020 was, what it was. And I've taken a little poll, and most of the people are my clients. They're like, "Yeah, please do Christmas in July."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there were, there were so many people, I think, that didn't get the Santa pictures this year. So I think that's a wonderful idea. Plus, it's probably much easier to get things scheduled when there's not everybody trying to do it last minute, right?
Absolutely.
Last minute, people actually do that? Never heard of such a thing.
I love the idea.
And I think it will be a lot of fun and a blast. And it's not just that they come, they wait in line and they have a portrait with Santa. It's very interactive. This is our beautiful set. And in addition to milk and cookies and Santa will read to them. There's a What Dogs Really Want for Christmas. There's a book. There's a naughty list. And the pet parents can be in the portrait with the dog. And I just love, everybody says to me, "Did you get my Christmas card?" And I said, "I did, but I didn't open it yet." So I like to get a big stack, and Christmas morning, I like to open up all my Christmas cards and see the beautiful printed cards that they made, either from the Santa session or just pictures throughout the year that we photographed earlier. And it just brings me such joy to see, the happy, because the parents are in the pictures too, and they're so happy.
Yeah, these are great shots. They're really cool. Look at the cat. It's like totally getting it.
Talking about the dogs.
Yeah, I think you're, that's definitely one thing that I notice in all of the different pictures is, the animals look very, very relaxed and very happy. So That's
That's
really
my
neat.
goal. Go home happy is my motto.
So this is definitely not a take it to your block store and get a photograph done. This is definitely a professional. We're thinking about everything that goes into this. That
Like that gentleman there, he loved his bicycle and he loved running with the dog. Riding, and the dog would run. And I said, well, then bring your bike in, because that shot is them.
That's
the
who you
thing.
are. Yeah, that's so
And
awesome. That is a cool
He has
shot.
that in his office, so he can enjoy that when he's on the computer.
That's a great idea.
There was a shot with like a bunch of different puppies I noticed. How do you get that many dogs to sit
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
look at the camera?
That
Well,
is very
it's
cute.
funny because you would think they each had a lead on, but not necessarily, because eventually they will get tired
Right.
and they stay still. Now, this was a very magical day because all those puppies, their to-be pet parents were meeting us at the studio. So we had all the puppies, we had all the handlers, and then we had the new pet parents coming that day to participate in the session. And it was quite magical to have everybody there, all hands on deck, and they did some behind the scenes video, and it was pure, beautiful chaos.
Oh, yeah, I bet. That would be awesome. What a
Yeah.
cool. I noticed that there is a giving back tab on your website as well. And it talks about some things that you do for rescue organizations. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're with Heart Speaks, which is a national organization, and we donate our time and talent for rescue dogs. So any rescue dog can call me and say, I have a hard to photograph dog. Can you help? And I say, yes, bring in 2 or 3 dogs with you and let's photograph those. That's all no charge. And then I would send them the digital file for them to put on their site that the dog is available. And hopefully by that extra beautiful image, that dog will find its forever home.
Yeah, I think that that is such a neat thing because, so many times people do in this digital age, they look at pictures, and if there's a good picture of the dog that brings out the personality, I think that dog has a much bigger chance to find a home than, sometimes you see these pictures and the dog's just all scared and all,
Right.
held by a person. You can hardly see the dog. So that's
Doesn't
awesome.
bring out the best in the dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I think
So
that's a
I
great
always
thing.
want to see the personality of the dog, the happiness of the dog. And then also, face it, most people cannot photograph their dogs anyways, because they don't sit still, let alone a black dog.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
It's all about the lighting. I can photograph a black dog on a black background.
Ah,
Wow.
yeah.
And it'd be gorgeous because it's all about the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been doing pet photographs for 15 years, but you've actually been doing photography for longer, huh?
Oh, double that. So over 30 years, I've been a
Okay.
professional photographer.
So you're just definitely not new in the field. So that's very good. You bring a lot of
No.
experience.
Lots of knowledge and just working, the more you do, you're always learning though. So that's what's keeps this fun and alive, is that I am always challenged to come up with something better than I did the week before last, and while a lot of them, sure, a basic beautiful headshot of the dog is the same, but is that pet parent over the moon with that image? Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I noticed too that you also not only find out, when the grooming and stuff like that, but you also want to know where the portrait's going to be so that it matches the environment where the photo's going to hang up.
Yes, super important to me. Like, I want to know, what do they want to do with these beautiful images that I've created? Because most people love 15, maybe 20 images. Well, do you want to put them in a beautiful album? Do we want to create wall art for one room and then different wall art for a different room? Because people put these in their office, their bedroom, their laundry room, Their living room, I had a lady once and she says, Jen, I want to do images specifically for the laundry room. I said, okay. She says, I want them to be canvas. I was like, a woman who knows what she wants. That's great. And then she brought in her little pieces, little signs that had laundry room. And we had a big tub with a washboard.
Oh, what a cute idea.
And then we had bubbles and little duckies. It was very laundry room driven. And that's exactly what she wanted. Beautiful artwork for the laundry room.
That's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
You know,
Yeah.
if maybe one of the pet parents is into the sports and the whole room, you know, the office is going to be all about sports that the pet parent loves. Well, we're going to have jerseys, we're going to have a basketball, we're going to have, you know, if it's baseball, we have a baseball and a glove. And so it's all about what that parent is going to appreciate most. Maybe not only does he like, you know, portraits with the basketball or the baseball, but maybe he takes the dog to the games with him. Because there's certain days where you're able to bring your dog down to the stadium.
We did that with Heidi.
And that's, you know, that's their thing. So
Yeah.
I had a lady once and the dog was named after her favorite wine. And she brought in a huge wine glass and a huge bottle of wine and all the corks.
That's
And it
cute.
showed that that was their thing.
Yeah.
I mean, she named the dog after her favorite wine. How much more could you get involved with the things that you love?
That's really a great idea. I mean, that's very intensive, but it really makes sense because you have a theme for the photograph, so it fits the room and the place that it goes. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we asked them, how do they decorate? Are they modern or are they classic?
Hmm.
You know, and what do they want to wear? Is it going to look good in that room?
All right, yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, we definitely wanted to be, now that I'm thinking about, yeah, you're going to put that photograph on the wall in your house, might as well make sure that everything works together perfectly.
So I think the best gift that anybody can give a pet parent is one of our gift certificates. And it's just a gift that keeps on giving, you know, because they'll have that portrait forever. And once that dog eventually has crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, they will always have something gorgeous to remember the dog by, and not just some okay pictures on their cell phone.
It makes it too that you involve the pet parents as much as you do the dog, and that probably really gets them motivated and joyful about the whole process of doing this. It's not just you walk up, you take some pictures and, you know, collect the money. It's let's do this process, and it's fun and it's enjoyable. It really puts a lot of energy into the photograph also. Very cool.
And I always say, like, if they're giving this as a gift, I say, will you come with them and help them during the session? Because it is fun and it's a great experience.
Very
And
cool.
they love the extra help too, you know, but it's fun. You just remember it. And then too,
awesome.
whenever you have a new family addition, you know, so I have clients over the years that their pet family has changed. You know, dogs pass, they get new dogs, then they add to the family, and then they possibly have a new, you know, friend or partner in their life that already has a dog. So now we're merging dogs from 2 houses into one, and then a cat. And, you know, it's time for a new family portrait, you know, before you know it, every, you know, maybe even every 2 to 3 years as the pet family changes.
That's neat. And you're right here in Phoenix. So if somebody wants to find you, share a little bit about your social media. And obviously we're going to put some links in the description below the video for all of our viewers, but where can we find you and book a session with you?
So we are located near Sky Harbor Airport, across the street from the Best Western. Everything like about the studio is pet friendly. So even to when you walk in, you park right in front of the studio, and there's grass and there's a bench and there's, you know, poop station and everything they need. Hatton Pet Portrait Studios, the name, and we're on Instagram and Facebook. And one thing that you might not even know about, or you might have just found out about, is our Crazy Pet Parents of Arizona Facebook group.
Oh, yes, that's great.
And this is a group where it's just, it's a safe place for parents to post their goofy pictures and videos without judgment.
That's fun.
That's cute.
So we started that group during, the pandemic when we were shut down for 9 weeks. And it's grown to over 400 now, just all local pet parents in the Valley. And there's other businesses that are pet related that have come on, and I say, well, post a special you're having, or a rescue, post a dog that's in need of a home. So it's a place that the whole community can participate in.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks so much for taking the time. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to have a specific session with you. So again, we're going to share all of the information in the description below the video so that people can find you. And your website is great. Lots of information. But I think it sounds like you get even more once you book a session with you, then you get the real treatment and you really get to get all the information on what you can do before you come in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome.
I'll say goodbye and thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun. Nice talking with you.
Yes, nice talking to you.
It was good information. I didn't realize it was so well done. I just thought you walked in and had one done. I didn't know it was such a nice setup. So that's really good information.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the information. And until next time, keep your paws on the road.